Liz, which is fab. And today I'm going to be talking to you a little bit about why marketing has never worked for you before. And I get lots and lots and lots of people say to me, "Oh, Amanda, what is it that makes momentum different? Why should I do momentum? I've invested in marketing before, I've joined marketing courses before, and I'm really reticent to kind of invest more in marketing because it hasn't worked." And I hear this a lot, and I totally get it. And there's a reason why it hasn't worked. And it's not because of you. It's not because you haven't necessarily done the work, or you haven't paid enough money, or you haven't got the right supplier, or all that kind of thing. There is a much bigger reason. So today I'm going to be sharing with you why your marketing isn't working and what you can do about it, and also why momentum is different from the other programs that maybe you've invested in and haven't got the results that you're really looking for. So let me know if you're live, #live or #replay, and let's dive on in to see what's gone wrong with your marketing. Why, if you have spent lots of money or even a little bit of money, it hasn't worked. So to start with, I want to zoom out and I want to look at 3 words. One is strategy, one is tactics, and one is tools. So the 3 words that we're going to be looking at today is strategy, tactics, and tools. And I have seen so many accountants and bookkeepers think that they are going to, by investing in a program, have amazing results because they are trusting someone to help them get the clients that they're looking for, or they're trusting someone to help them with systems and processes or something like this. And the reason why they don't get results is because they're focusing on the wrong thing. So if we look at strategy, tactics, and tools, these are 3 areas that cover some programs, not all programs. They cover, the kind of things that you need to be doing, but one of these things, strategy, tactics, and tools, one of these things always gets missed out, which is why you don't get the results. So let's break it down. What is a tool? Let's start with tools. So tools are things like Facebook. They're things like ActiveCampaign. A tool is ClickFunnels. A tool is, having something like LinkedIn or Twitter or something like that, okay? And what happens is you wake up in the morning and you're like, "Oh, I need to get clients. Oh, which CRM system should I use?" You do it when you run your accounting firm when it comes to the actual systems and processes that aren't marketing related. So instead of running your accounting firm from a strategic place, you run it from a tools place. So, what do I need to, do I want Xero, QuickBooks, all these kind of things? You spend so much time doing that. You spend time in tools. And a lot of people teach tools. So you'll see that maybe you've invested in LinkedIn marketing training, for example, okay? Maybe you will find that you've invested in ClickFunnels, and you've decided that you're going to use that tool and it's not got results for you. And you're like, "Oh, I've tried it, but it hasn't worked." Okay, so they're tools, and they are the things that you've been spending money on. Okay, now let's go to tactics. What are tactics? Well, tactics are things like search engine optimization. Social media as a whole would be coming under tactics. Networking would come under tactics. There are so many different things. Having a brochure would come under tactics, all about client acquisition. And what happens is you go, "Right, I need to invest in getting better at social media, and I'm going to get someone to run my social media account for me, or I am going to run my own social media account, and it still doesn't get me clients. So I'm using this tactic of social media, I'm posting every single day, and for some reason it's not getting me clients. And I don't understand. And I've invested all this money in someone helping me, get really good at social media, and it's not working. What do I do? I don't trust marketers, is what you start to think. I don't trust all this stuff where they're selling me things, and I'm not going to invest in marketing anymore because it doesn't work. I'm going to go back to word of mouth, and I'm going to go back to relying on referrals. And the problem is because you've invested in tactics and you've thought that tools were the answer to your problems, and now you don't like marketing. So now I want to talk about strategy, and strategy is the thing that has been missing. And strategy, if I say it so many times, I've put my teeth back in, and strategy is the thing that most programs never ever cover. And this is the difference between other people's programs and momentum, because momentum is all about strategy. Because if you don't have the right marketing strategy, if you don't devise a strategy that works either through face-to-face networking, Zoom networking, social media, if is SEO needed? Well, we don't know, because we don't know what your strategy is yet. If we don't get your strategy right, then you are not going to have success with marketing. The other thing as well is lots of people say to you, do you know what? You should experiment with marketing. You should have a go at writing a few blogs, have a go at testing social media, have a go at SEO. And I totally disagree with this, because if you do a program where you're experimenting, basically you're paying somebody else and you're doing all the hard work because you're doing the experimenting. So again, the other thing with momentum that's different and the Content Lounge is we've done the experimenting for you. You should not be experimenting with social media. You're an accountant or a bookkeeper. You should not be experimenting with how to get clients. It's our job as the marketers to give you the strategy that works. Okay, so let's talk about strategy then. What do I mean by strategy? Well, to start with, strategy is all about three things: the right people that you target, so your audience, the right offer that you have for that audience, and the message that you take to market for that offer and the message that you take to market for your audience. So, your market, message, and offer are the three key things that underlie your entire strategy. So if you've got the wrong audience, no amount of SEO, no amount of social media marketing is going to work. If you haven't got a really good offer, no amount of social media, no amount of SEO, no amount of content marketing is going to work. If you haven't got the right message going out there to sell the offer, nothing you do is going to work. So that's the foundations of the strategy. Then strategy gets into something a little bit more exciting, because you have to have a proven step-by-step process. And that overall step-by-step process is the strategy. How we implement that are the tactics, and what we use to implement it are the tools. Okay, so the strategies that we teach in Momentum, for example, are all about getting your market, message, and offer completely right. That's super key. If you get those three things wrong, you're not going to have success with marketing. So the reason why your marketing hasn't worked, if it's come to content marketing or social media marketing or SEO, is because you haven't got this right. Yes, this is live. Someone just asked me if it's live. Yes, it is. Okay, so if you haven't got those things right, no marketing's going to work. Then what we do is we have to take a step back and go, right, so what are our goals for the next 12 months? Prime example is if I wanted to add 100K to my turnover and my offer is £6,000 or $6,000. Let me just work that out because I don't know the answer to this. So you got 100K, okay, divided by 6,000. Means I need to take on 16 clients every single year to add 100K to my bottom line. Divide that by 12. I need to make 1.3 sales a month. So then I say, right, I need to make 2 sales a month. To make 2 sales every single month, what strategy can I use to enable that to happen? So I'm working backwards now, okay? So I've got my goal there. Now I need to have a look and say, right, what is it that I need to do to get those 2 clients a month? Now, if you are saying, right, I'm going to do LinkedIn marketing, I'm going to go and invest and learn how to do LinkedIn. Well, how do we know what the ROI on your LinkedIn marketing is? Because there's no strategy behind it. You're posting on LinkedIn, you've updated your LinkedIn profile, but there's no strategy to get a number of people into sales conversations to then get those 2 sales a month. So then our goal is we want 2 sales a month. So that means maybe I need to generate 5 sales calls a month, 5 to 10 sales calls a month. Now, what's the strategy to get those 10 sales calls a month? What's going to be the best way for that to happen? And all too often you wake up in the morning and go, do you know what? I've heard that LinkedIn's great. I'm going to do some LinkedIn marketing, but you haven't devised the strategy. Now, people who sell LinkedIn marketing, very, very few of them actually have a strategy on how to get people into calls. They rely on what we call inbound marketing, which is where if we post enough content out there, at some point in the future, someone might get in touch. It doesn't work. That's why you have got frustrated. That's why you're like, oh, I don't like marketers very much. You know, there's a lot of things that are stopping you from feeling like you have a really successful strategy in place because you don't have that strategy. So let me just recap, okay? You've got strategy, tactics, and tools. And to date, you have been investing in tactics, i.e. I need to do SEO, or I need to do LinkedIn, or I need to, cover social media, do content marketing. That's a tactic. Or you've been so focused on tools is, should I use ClickFunnels? Should I use ActiveCampaign? I need a lead page. What do I need to do to implement a lead page? All of these things, and you're focused on that. You haven't zoomed out and got the strategy right. So the difference between what we do in Momentum and what many other marketers do when they help accountants and bookkeepers is we focus on strategy first. We get clear on how many clients do you want to get in the next 12 months. And then we look at how many sales calls do you need to have to then get those clients. Then what we do is we put a strategy together, and we actually have a proven strategy to get between 3 and 5 calls in the diary every single week to ensure that you have that strategy in place to get the calls, to get the clients and hit your goals. Okay, so the reason why marketing has not worked for you is because you've been focusing on tactics and you've missed out the strategy. The strategy is key, and then your tactics will work. Tools don't matter. It really doesn't matter. As long as you work your tactics and you use some tools to make it work, it really, don't sit in tools ever. Don't ever worry about your CRM because it doesn't really matter what you use as long as you use something. Okay. All right. It has been amazing to catch up with you today. Please remember, not all marketers are gurus that have gone bad. Not all marketers are trying to sell you snake oil. Not all marketers are there to make money for themselves. I am hugely, hugely invested in everything that I do with accountants and bookkeepers to make sure that they get an ROI. I am so focused on ROI. My job is to help you get 3 to 5 calls in the diary as quickly as possible. So in the Momentum program, by module 4, you will be getting calls in the diary and starting to audition prospects and get those clients. So if you are interested in finding out about how you can put together the Momentum strategy so that you can have those high value clients and have the business you truly desire, the freedom you truly desire, comment Momentum below or send me a message with the word Momentum and I will get you all the details. Catch up with you soon. Take care.